go.
All right, friends, we are going to read a very special book called Once There Were Giants. And this is a story about people growing up. If you look around the room, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 children, and I see 1, 2, 3 adults. And Baird is tall, and Alex is tall, and I am tall. And you are all a little smaller. You're all different sizes. We're going to do a project at the end of this book, and we'll talk about that now. Once There Were Giants, written by Martin Waddell and illustrated by Penny Dale. What do you see in that picture? Sorry. What are they? What do you see in that picture? I see some shoes. I see lots of shoes. Oh, these pages are hard to turn. Once there were giants. Oh, look at that giant shoe. We start out with very small shoes when we're little people. And as we grow up, we get very big, much bigger shoes. That Penny Dale did a good job drawing these pictures. Once there were giants in our house. There were Mom and Dad, and Jill and John, and Uncle Tom. The small one on the rug is me. So there are some big people, and there are some small people. Big person, big person, big person, big person, smaller person, smallest person. When I could sit up, Mom bought me a high chair. I sat at the table, way up in the sky, with Mom and Dad, and Jill and John and Uncle Tom. The one throwing the oatmeal is me. Do you sit in a high chair at home, Ruben? Do you sit in a high chair at home, Noah? I bet some of you still sit in high chairs at your house, or at least booster seats. When I could crawl, I crawled around on the floor. Dad was a dragon, and he gave a roar that scared Jill and John and Uncle Tom. The one who was crying is me. There's Dad. There's Dad's big body, and there's Mom's big body. You see their bodies? They have heads, and they have arms, and they have legs. When I could walk, I walked to the park with Jill and John and Uncle Tom. We fed the ducks, and Jill stood on her head. The one in the duck pond is me. Look, those are the adults. Sometimes we go for a walk to the park. And sometimes we see the ducks in the public garden. When I could talk, I talked and talked. I annoyed Uncle Tom and was sat on by Jill and John. That's John on my head and Jill on my knee. The one on the bottom is me. There they are. They're at the beach. You see their bodies? I'm noticing a head. I'm noticing some arms. I'm noticing some legs. These are important parts of our bodies. Our legs help us walk. When I could run, I ran and ran, chased by Mom and Dad and Uncle Tom and Jill on her bike and my brother John. The one out of breath is me. Look at them all running. Running. Today the playground will run and play some chase. They're running. 5 little pumpkins like to run and run and run. When I went to playgroup or school, I wouldn't play games, and I called people names and spilled the water on Millie Maggie. That's the one with the towel. The one being lectured is me. That's a little girl. Look, there's her body. She has all 2 arms. There's her head and her ponytail and her skirt and her legs and her feet. All those. Are you noticing that? She has the same parts of her body that we have of our body. That looks like a wild lunchroom. Look at that lunchroom. Whoa. When I went to school, I got bigger by then. Mom had to leave at 9:45, and she didn't come back for a long, long time. I didn't shout and I didn't scream. She came for me at 2:45. The one on Mom's knee is me. Look, the mommy came back just like your adults come back. Your grown-ups come back and get you at the end of the day. Come to school, we play and we have fun. Our parents stay home or go to work and play and have fun the way parents do. When I went to grade school, that comes way after spruce. I had lots of fun. I got big and strong. So did my brother John. Look at their bodies. Look at how tall they are. Long legs, tummies, heads. These are important pictures. When I went to high school, that's where babysitters go. When I went to high school, I was taller than Mom and almost as tall as my Uncle Tom, but I never caught up with my brother John. I ran and I jumped and they all came to see. They were cheering, the one who's winning is me. That's what I did in high school and college. I ran. And I was taller than my mom and all my sisters, and one of my brothers. Those are called hurdles. There's low hurdles and high hurdles. You jump over them, it's very fun. It's like flying. Oh. When I went to work, I lived all by myself, and then I met Don and got married. There's Jill and John and Uncle Tom, and Mom's the one who was crying. And Dad is the one with the drink in his hand. The bride looking happy is me. There's a wedding. Have you been to some weddings? Maybe your aunts or your uncles got married. My daughter got married. My son is getting married. Bert got married about 2 years ago. Alex is working on getting married, Green. And then we had a baby girl and things changed. There are giants in our house again. There is my husband Don and Jill and John and my mom and dad and Uncle Tom, and the one of the giants is me. So look, they all grew up. They grew up. They grew up. Today we